Guys, what is up? It's Mr. Geek here. Another episode this time. It also might be, I don't know yet. I'll see in the editing. Anyway, so here we have a pot which I purchased recently, today actually, full of currently what is lead. I just melted lead in my fucking house, in my fucking kitchen. I literally just melted lead in my kitchen. How dope is that? And yeah, so screw oxyacetylene or anything stupid. I just did that. That's awesome. That's really dope. Yeah, I'm super happy. So I'm gonna try and cast a plate. So get some probably an inch thick, just about an inch thick of lead. So about that much, whatever, of lead. So that I can make a lead box. And then I don't know what I'm gonna put in the lead box, but it'll be a cool idea anyway. So I've melted lead. Yeah, that's dope, and I'll show you when it's all runny. Yeah, peace. Okay guys, one more time, last time. Kind of annoying with all the cutting. I have a pot with some lead in it, and ow, that hurt. And it is kind of hot, pretty hot, so hot that I mowed the plastic. To be fair, it's only a £3 pot, so no surprise. I'm gonna go grab a hammer. Sliding into the hammer DMs. You can see there's liquid there. I'm sure as hell isn't water. Oh, focus, there you go. That's lead. It's liquid lead. I'm having one problem here. Forget that. Having one problem here. There's liquid lead in there, that's for sure. But as you can see, there's also a lot of powder. And I'm not. Oh, am I? Yeah. I'm not sure why the rest of the powder and the rest of the solids won't melt. Because right now I just have a bit of liquid with a considerable amount of powder, which is kind of annoying. But there you go. There's some evidence for me melting lead, and it's already solidified. That's great. So yeah, I have to keep on the heat like really hot, just to keep it somewhat malleable. And I don't understand why the rest of it isn't melting. It should be melting, but it's not. It makes no sense at all. There's a lot of lead in there. It should be melting, but it's not. So I can't work out for the life of me why it's not melting. So I'm just gonna try it for maybe another hour, and if it doesn't melt on full gas for another hour, I'm just gonna call it quits. So that's so far. See you back in an hour. Okay, right. This is getting just like tedious now. So I got bored of stupidly waiting for this stupid lead to melt, and it's clearly not melting. And I left it for an hour, and there was no more measurable lead that I couldn't see any more lead melted basically. So I poured off what I could. The lead probably comes up to here, probably comes up to about here. I'm not sure though. And it's definitely heavy. I'll just grab the scales quickly, zero it. Wouldn't mind getting a drug scale, it's a lot easier. So it's coming in at, I can't read, nearly 300 grams worth of lead. Nearly 300 grams worth of cast lead, which, considering lead has a density of, what is it? Math. That's not good. 300 divided by roughly 11.1, so that would be 300. That's about 10 centimeters cubed, maybe. No, that's not right. 300 divided by 10 would, yeah, that's about 30 centimeters cubed worth of lead there, give or take. Probably about 25 centimeters cubed actually, which isn't bad considering that's the first ever cast I've done. Is that 100% lead? God, no. Is that the purest lead you'll ever see? No. Is that the best cast you'll ever see? No. Is this the best production of lead you ever see? No. Is this the purest lead to start with? No, of course it's not. Did I scrape off any of the flux? No. What did I do to this? Essentially I just melted it, got it from the battery over there. That's all my lead just left. It probably weighs about, actually I'll weigh it now. It probably weighs about, I'd say 6, maybe 7 kilograms, because we've got about a kilogram probably in the pot. Put it this way, this weighs more than 3 kilograms. If it weighs more than 1 kilogram, the needle will, that's 1, that's, okay, it's too many kilograms basically is the answer. It's too heavy for the scale to measure, and it hurts my hands, because I'm holding it one-handed. Anyway, so that's the progress of the lead. Yeah, I'm going to cut this open eventually. If this does anything, I don't know if it will, doubt if it will. I'm going to cut this open and see what I can actually get out of it. So yeah, see you in 2. Okay, so essentially you saw this before with a bit of lead in it, probably. That is now smelting. It's going to be too hot. No, it's not too hot yet. Good. So that is what I produced, a nice little lead biscuit, which is pretty cute, I think. It's pretty cute. It got the indentation of the can, which I'm actually pretty happy about. Looks pretty dope. So yeah, there you go. And now I'm just trying to remelt it down. And so there's some liquid. It looks so beautiful, so beautiful. After what do I say? Yeah. So after melting it down, melting down the biscuit that I showed you, yeah, I melted it down, and this is what happens when you melt metal. It becomes a liquid, I guess. I mean, I'm so glad the boiling point of lead is about 1700 degrees centigrade, because otherwise it would be vaporizing point. Because otherwise I'd be inhaling this and I'd be dying pretty quick. Anyway, you can see a lot of impurity. No, the camera can't. Camera can't. There you go. You can see lots of impurities, lots of those yellowy, crappy stuff. That's from the pan, because it's a super cheap pan, and the other dirt. And I got a feeling. So I've now just got a giant box in my shed of crap, and just like mixture of metal and whatever. And this is, I think, what was happening before, when it wasn't melting, was I had lead, which was melting, which is, I think all this lead is just, there's a bit more there, but in the shed, but I'm not going to sort through all of it, it's tedious. But most of it was probably dirt, because I was doing it in a flower bed. I was sorting out the battery in a flower bed, and I'm pretty sure the lead that they were using wasn't 100% pure. So yeah, 90% of the weights could be rubbish, I bet. And it's super annoying. The second you take it off the heat, it solidifies literally instantly. Like, I took it off and the top bit's solidified. And you scrape it all down into the bottom. There you go. It's like it's kind of like it's thermally decomposed. When it's I'm not gonna get the dross or the slag off it. It's just a bit tedious. Yeah. So when it gets to this point, when it's so close to its melting point, but not quite at its melting point, it tends to, if I was gonna say calcium carbonate, yeah, if I could say thermal decomposition of calcium carbonate is the closest thing it's nearest to. It's just right before it turns into a liquid. It's a really soft, even softer than normal, and lead is pretty soft. So I'm just waiting for the rest of that to melt. Come on. Let me just push that in. For not being stupid, I'm not going to be using this spoon again, put it that way. Just because it's been with lead, and lead is a carcinogenic metal. And now I'm going to hopefully pour it. Before you pour anything, you want to make sure that the thing you're pouring into does not contain any water. Like, you might think it's dry, but it's really not dry until you've double checked. But I've been heating this mug up, so that there shouldn't be any water in it. Hopefully, fingers crossed, because otherwise I'll have a explosive. I'm gonna put this on the gas. Otherwise, I'll have an explosive ball of metal at my face, which I'm sure will not be very nice. And now I shall pour. And pour away. Sorry if the camera isn't very... Oh, fuck. And the pot just cracked. Sorry if the camera's not very steady or anything. I just... yeah, I think I cracked it. I just... don't want to screw up and have hot metal on my face. I've already had acid in my eye. I don't want metal on my face. It would be ironic if the crack appeared right across the mouth. It would be pretty cool. I'll come back when it's cooled. This just happened. I was just picking it up like that with pliers because I don't want to hurt my hand because it's very hot. Poured it to get rid of the crap on top, and it came out. The lead biscuit came out, and then the bottom came out, which was somewhat of a surprise to say the least. Yeah, so that just happened. I was not expecting that. Of all things, oh, still hot, and that's sharp. It's really sharp and hot. I was not expecting that to happen. Of all things, one thing for sure, this is definitely a heavy biscuit. It's a thick biscuit. Kind of annoyed that I ruined this because I've had this for quite a while. I think next time I shall use a fish can, or maybe even one of these biscuits. Not gonna be able to see it. Damn it. Oh, I can't see it anyway. Just got a torch with me. Don't take it out of the cupboard because it's a pain in the arse. Yeah, just put it into one of these biscuit trays instead. I think that'd probably be a better idea. I saw that online in many videos, and I always thought it was very boring when they do that. But yeah, I think that's really hot still. That's probably where you're gonna get the best pour is from using a biscuit tin, because any other solution just is not gonna cut it. But we can see now. I can see clearly now that this is tool blade. That there's all this. There you go. That there's all this rubbish, like right there. All this green, yellow stuff. Should not be in the metal, which is why I was trying to get it out. You can see that little hole in the bottom of the metal. That little hole right there. That one there. That one, that's where you from an air bubble. Let's turn it over. Best £2 torch I ever purchased. Yeah, there's more garbage on top. Yeah, that's not okay. I'm gonna probably sand this down, but I don't know. Anyway, this is the end of the video. Finally, this is what I've created. It's too hot to touch. This is what I've created after. Oh, that was really heavy. Wow, it feels like about 300 grams, maybe. I don't know. Well, yeah, it is. This is what I've created after probably 2 hours, maybe 4 hours of work. I don't know. Kind of a disappointment. I was hoping to get like a plate's worth, like an armor plate to make a box. But this is a start, I guess. First ever casting. Turned out well. Next time I'll use sand instead of china. China is too brittle, and same for glass. It's way too brittle and dangerous. I'd also clean the metal. I'd clean it much better before you cast it, because otherwise you get a lot of slag, and it's just it doesn't come off as easily after. If you do it before, you don't have to do it after. So yeah, just for a relevance or reference of temperature, this is a plastic washer, or was a plastic washer, and a normal lid looks like this, where it's all circular and not deformed. This is all deformed. Oh, oops. So yeah, £3 pan, maybe not the best idea. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Peace.